Here's what vendors are selling you right now: an IT command center that runs itself, AIOps platforms that detect, diagnose, and remediate infrastructure issues autonomously, AI agents that handle Tier 1 support tickets, provision resources, manage patches, and optimize performance without a human in the loop. And here's what I want to tell you: a lot of it is real. The technology genuinely works in the conditions it was designed for. The efficiency gains are documented. The cost reductions are achievable. But here's what the vendor presentations don't include. What happens when the autonomous system encounters a situation it wasn't designed for? What happens when the self-healing infrastructure makes a decision that looks correct according to its parameters, but creates a downstream problem in a system it didn't know about? What happens when the AI that runs itself into a compliance violation at 2 a.m. on a Saturday? Autonomous IT is a real capability. An IT operation that humans don't need to govern is a fiction. And the leaders who can tell the difference are the ones who will build something that actually works. Gartner's prediction that over 40% of agentic AI projects will be canceled by end of 2027 isn't a condemnation of the technology. It's a description of what happens when automation capability outpaces governance capability. The projects that get canceled aren't usually the ones that fail technically. They're the ones that produce outcomes nobody authorized, create costs that weren't anticipated, or generate risks that the governance framework wasn't built to catch. And those outcomes are usually preventable. They happen when the line between what the system can do and what the organization has decided it should do isn't clearly defined. That line is the governance boundary. And in an autonomous IT environment, drawing it correctly is the most important leadership decision you'll make. Here's a framework for thinking about which IT function should be fully automated, which should be automated with oversight, and which should stay with humans. Tier 1, fully automate. Routine, repetitive, well-defined tasks with predictable failure modes and low blast radius. Log rotation, performance alerting, standard backup verification, first-line ticket routing. The definition of Tier 1 is that an automated error costs less than the human time required to prevent it. Automate Tier 1 completely and free your team for higher value work. Tier 2, automate with monitoring. Complex, rule-based tasks where automation delivers significant efficiency, but the failure modes are less predictable. Capacity scaling, patch management, anomaly investigation workflows. Automate the execution, but build monitoring and alert thresholds that bring a human in when the system's behavior diverges from expected patterns. Tier 3, AI-assisted, human decides. Consequential decisions that require context the AI may not have. Infrastructure architecture changes, security incident response, vendor relationship decisions, cross-system dependency changes. Use AI to surface analysis, options, and risk assessments. Keep humans in the decision seat. Document the human decision. Tier 4, never automate. Decisions that require organizational judgment, accountability, or relationship management. Regulatory disclosures. Incident communications to leadership or external stakeholders. Personnel decisions related to IT roles. The rationale for these staying with humans isn't that AI can't produce an output. It's that the accountability for the outcome needs to be genuinely human. Here's the architectural principle for autonomous IT governance. Every system that can act autonomously needs a defined mechanism for a human to observe, review, and if necessary, override that action. Not after something goes wrong, as a built-in feature of how the system operates. This looks like three things in practice. First, observable autonomy. Every autonomous action should be logged in a format that a human can review efficiently, not a raw technical log. A human-readable record that answers, what did the system do, why did it do it, and what was the outcome? That record is your oversight infrastructure. Without it, your autonomous system is a black box, and black boxes don't pass governance reviews. Second, defined escalation triggers. Before a system goes into autonomous operation, define the conditions under which it should stop and wait for human input. This is your alarm system for the automation boundary. Build it explicitly. Test it regularly. Make sure it works. Third, periodic human reviews. Even in highly automated environments, schedule regular human reviews of what the autonomous systems have been doing. Not because you expect to find problems every time, because the discipline of looking is what maintains your governance culture. The teams that never look are the ones that get surprised. The autonomous IT command center is achievable. The one that runs itself without human governance isn't, and it shouldn't be. The goal isn't to remove humans from the loop, it's to put them in the right place in the loop, overseeing, not operating. That's not a limitation of the technology. It's the design principle of a well-governed agentic IT environment. And the leaders who build that environment are the ones who will be able to answer confidently when someone asks what their AI is actually doing.